Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are on chapter 7, lesson 3. We're going to be talking about order of operations. Order of operations. We talked about this last year, but this year we are introducing exponents, and we've already gone over exponents. So that's all that's going to be different about these. There's just probably going to be an exponent added in to the equation. Okay, so let me go over the order of operations one time. First, we remember order of operations as PEMDAS. So PEMDAS. So PEMDAS. Okay, and you can remember that. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So the P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponents. The M stands for multiplication, and the D stands for division. The N stands for, or sorry, the A stands for, I'm just going to put add instead of addition. And then the S we know stands for subtraction. Okay. All right. And so that's the order that we do this in. Okay. And so I'm going to read over here. They also have, you can use these steps. If you don't like PEMDAS, you can use these. It says, simplify the expression inside grouping symbols like parentheses. Okay. So that's the P. All right. Uh, Second, find the values of all powers, and so that would be your exponents. 3 is multiply and divide in order from left to right. So that's your multiplication and division. And then finally, add and subtract in order from left to right. So add and subtract, okay? All right, so it says a numerical expression like 3 times 2 plus 4 times 4 is a combination of numbers and operations. The order of operations tells you which operation to perform first so that everyone finds the same value for an expression. You can generate equivalent numerical expressions using the order of operations. Cool. All right, so let's go down here and let's look at example 1 here. Let's look at the first example. Oops, let me scroll this up. All right, let's just do this. Okay, so it says generate equivalent expression for each using the order of operations. So the number 1, 14 minus 5 plus 3. There's no brackets or anything, right? No grouping symbols or powers. And there's no multiplication or division. We just had add and subtract. Okay, so our step is add and subtract in order from left to right. So the first thing they did was 4 minus 5, and that equals 9. Okay, and then after they did that, they added 3 and got 12. All right. Let's look at example number 2. 2 is 7 plus 10 times 2. All right, there's no parentheses or powers, no exponents, but there is multiplication. Okay, so we have to multiply before we add. Okay, because multiplication comes before addition, subtraction in the order of operations. So first they multiply 10 times 2, and so that's 20. And then they just added 7, so that's 27. For example number 3, same thing, except this time we have some division, we're addition again, multiplication. Now we have some parentheses, okay? And so that's what we're going to do first, all right? So you see the 3 plus 5 in red? That's what they did first. So they added 3 plus 5, and it's 8. And then they divided 36 by 4 because we worked from left to right. So they started all the way back over to the left and did 36 divided by 4, which is 9. Okay, and they just brought down your 20 and then the 8. Next, they multiplied 20 by 8. So 20 times 8 is 160. And then finally, they added 9 plus 160 is 169. Okay, we're going to do some examples on our own, but I just want to show you these that are already worked through. And finally, for example number 5, let's work this together. Okay, so we have 5 plus 8 squared minus 2 in parentheses times 2. All right, so the first thing we need to do is in parentheses, and it just so happens that our exponent is in parentheses. So what is the power? What's 8 squared? 8 squared is what? Well, 8 times 8 equals 64. So 64 minus 2. All right, we have that. Now we still have to work inside the parentheses here. 64 minus 2 would be 62. Okay, simplify inside the parentheses. That's what we just did. Next, we have to multiply. So we're going to multiply 62 times 2. And so 2 times 2 is 4. And then 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, then finally we get to add 5 plus 124, which would equal 129. All right, here's an example we're going to work together. This guy over here. All right, so it has it written, but I'm going to write it out. So 24 divided by, and then we have 2 to our 2 cubed plus 4 parentheses. Okay, so order of operations, I'm going to write our PEMDAS over here. Okay, all right, so we have to do parentheses first. Okay, there's parentheses. And then next is exponent. So it just so happens that our exponent is in here. So 2 to the third power. So 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, and so 2 times 2 equals 4. And then 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay, so this is 8. And then I'm just going to bring everything down. Okay, I don't remember if y'all remember last year, but this is called the Dorito effect. Okay, because we're gonna kind of go down to a point here, and our answer is going to be right down here at the bottom. Okay, all right, and so next, let's see, work from left to right. Well, we still have parentheses, so we can't divide 24 by anything yet. So 8 plus 4 is 12. And then I have 24 divided by 12. Well, 24 divided by 12, what times 12 equals 24? Well, our answer is 2. So that is our answer. All right, let's look at this example. All right, so PEMDAS, let's go ahead and write this over here just so we don't forget. PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right, so working from left to right, we have parentheses, so let's do that first. 16 plus 17. So that's going to be 6 plus 7 is 13, and so 23. All right, so we have, this is 23. This is my first step. Let me bring down everything else. So times 2 plus 3. All right. Next, let's work from left to right again. 23 times 2 plus 3. Well, I don't have any exponents, so either multiplication or division, whichever comes first from left to right. In this case, we are multiplying, so 23 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and 2 times 2 is 4, so that's 46. So 46 plus 3. That's a horrible 3. All right, and then we just add, so our answer would be 49. There's our Dorito. All right, let's look at one more together. Here we have 7 squared plus 6 divided by 3. All right, let's write our PEMDAS over here so we can know step by step what to do. All right, well, there's no parentheses, but there is an exponent. So 7 squared, that's 7 times 7. And 7 times 7 is 49. 49. Then I'm going to bring everything else down. So plus 6 divided by 3. Okay. All right. So there's no parentheses. Got that check. Got exponents check. All right. Multiplication or division. So here from left to right, we have addition and then division here. So let's go ahead and divide 6 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then I'm going to bring down 49 and our addition sign. Okay. Finally, we get to add. We've done multiplication. There's no division. Let's add 49 plus 2. That'll be 51. There's our Dorito. All right.